Good morning. It is the 16th of May. It's a brand new week and I'm getting ready to start some work. I've started work quite late today. I got stuck watching Bridgerton. Oh, I was putting off watching it for the longest time and I decided to put it on just in the background whilst I was working the other day, and actually I really enjoyed it. I really like the period dramas and stuff. Like I like the Tudors and things like that. So I don't know why I was like not wanting to watch Bridgerton. I think I thought it was a bit like Downton Abbey, which I still refuse to watch. So yeah, I actually put that on and I've just been engrossed in it this morning. I've just watched 2 episodes whilst I was having breakfast and kind of gearing myself up to work. So I have a load of orders from the weekend to pack. I've just printed them out. I've got a couple of big orders. I've sold 2 wolf prints, strangely, over the weekend. And I've also sold a puffin pin, which is rare for me. All of those, like the wolf prints, are obviously listed as Father's Day, but they're also discounted. So they're up there for a discounted price, and so is the puffin pin. I'm just trying to get rid of like all of my old stock because I'm not sure what I'm going to do in terms of new stock in the future. So I thought that I would clear out all the old stuff, and it's been reduced for a little while, but it's just recently started shifting, if that makes sense. I received a art supplies order Friday, but I didn't film the opening of it because my mum was here at the time. Or was it Thursday? It could have been Thursday. But I'm just going to show you guys now what I ordered. So I've been obviously into a little bit more of sketching and trying to get into my sketchbook. I told myself that I was going to use my sketchbook every day in May and then reward myself at the end of the month with a new sketchbook. I've kind of not worked on it every day, but I have worked on it a little tiny bit. I think what I'm going to do today, after I've just done these orders and walked them to the post box, I'm going to sit down in the living room, watch some more Bridgerton, and I'm just going to sample these things that I'm going to show you and just see how they kind of work with each other and things. So the first things that I bought were, I have this old Pentel sign pen which I got with, it was either an Art Snacks or one of those art subscription things. I swear my child has played with this camera and it will not focus on anything anymore, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know whether that's just fixed it, I've just played with the settings. Let's find out. There we go, I fixed it. So I got this Pentel Touch old pen which I really love using for sketching and other things. See the point there. So I decided, I went on Cult Pens, which is where I got all of this stuff from, and I know that they had the sign pens on there, so I got a blue one to replace this one because I had a feeling it would eventually run out of ink, a pink one because I just thought I would really love the pink, and a black one because gotta have that classic black. But these are not the same as this. If I show you the blue one, so this one here is the old one and this one on this side will be the new one. Can you see they're not the same nib. I don't know whether I just didn't order the right type, because also the barrel of this one is really glittery. I don't know if you can get the glitteriness, but this one's just matte. The new one is matte. But it's not the same, and it doesn't have that flexible tip like this old one does. So I'm not entirely happy with those pens. I'll still use them. I'll see what they're like for sketching. I'm just doing like mixed media stuff, but I'm not entirely too pleased with those. I don't know whether they've just changed it, because that old one that I've got is a Japanese one, because it's got like the Japanese writing on it. So I don't know whether it's just not the same or what, but I don't know. Anyway, I then ordered, hopefully you saw in my last haul that I got Posca pens. So I've actually ordered 2 sets. These do have, obviously I've got the red and the green already and the white, but you can never have too many white chalk paint markers, am I right? Or paint markers, whatever they are. So I got this set, which is just the standard colours. So you've got black, green, blue, violet, red, pink, yellow and white. And then I also got the pastels. So this is just white, light pink, sky blue, coral pink, aqua green, sunshine yellow, apricot and lavender. So I got those 2 packs to help with sketching and just creating some really simple things in my sketchbook. And then I wasn't going to buy these, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some pencils. And I've heard a lot about these, which are the Derwent Chroma Flow pencils, and the largest set they had on Cult Pens was the 24 set, so that's what I've got. And I also received from Cult Pens, when you ordered these, a free pack of Derwent blender pens. So I've got 2 of those for free, and then I've got all of these lovely pencils too. There's 2 layers, so you've got these colours, and then underneath you've got more your blue and your green tones. So I'm going to give those a little try in my sketchbook, and then potentially do a drawing for a YouTube video to test them out, because I really like to do like the product reviews for new pencils and other things. So that's what I plan to do this week. I also do really need to get on and do my Eagle at some point. I'm trying to plan my week out, but it's difficult because I want to go to the gym and do that kind of thing, but I like to go with my friend, and my friend just started a new job and I'm not sure when she's going to be able to go at lunchtime and how much time she's going to have. So I could just go by myself, there is that, but I do like to go with someone else. It's just so much more fun, and yeah, it's just more fun to go with someone else and, like, you know, work out together and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm trying to like work out when I could possibly go. I might just go by myself this week. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's what I plan to do for the rest of today. I think I'm going to just package up these orders, which I'll show you guys, and then I'm going to grab my sketchbook, grab those supplies, go and swatch them out in my sketchbook to see what they're like, see what kind of things I can do with those Derwent Chroma Flow pencils as well, and then kind of plan what piece I want to do for the little demo, I suppose. I don't want to do anything too massive, but I don't want to do anything too small that doesn't give me like a real substance to try them out with. So I need to come up with a good piece for that. So yeah, let's pack some orders. single time I go and make Etsy orders, I always print them out and I've got them all done. Everything's picked and ready to go, getting all the packaging out and everything. And then another Etsy order comes along. It's like when you fulfill all your orders on Etsy. Etsy's like, oh, well done on completing all your orders on time. Here's another one. And then, yeah, you just have to print out the order as it comes in. And, you know, it's before 1 o'clock, so technically it's before my cut-off time. But every time, without fail, especially on a Monday when I go to do my orders and print them all out, I always get another one afterwards. And I'm like, it's no big issue. I mean, I'm all for the orders. Come at me with your orders for your wildlife goods. But it's like, oh, just printed everything out and got everything organised, and now I have to print this one out and organise this one before I can start on the organisation that I had previously organised. Anyway, I've packed 6 of my orders. I've got 2 here to do. I've got the 2 prints. I've run out of boxes and I'm in a little bit of a pickle as to how to pack them because they need to go today and I don't have a box to pack them in. Usually I send them in like an A4 box and it's fine. I've only got A5 boxes and the prints are A4. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I could send them in, but there's 2 of them. I've got A4 envelopes that I could put the prints in. Maybe I could like ship the print separately to the cards and just do 2 lots of postage. Maybe I could do that. It would cost me a little bit more, but I just don't have the boxes and I don't want to send them in like a weird package. So I might just split the order and write a little note on the order, or just a message to the person or people explaining. Anyway, I'm going to work that out and then I'm going to walk to the post box before it starts chucking it with rain, because it was sunny 20 minutes ago when I first started doing orders and now it looks like it's going to absolute bucket down. So my little sketchbook recap. This is what I was trying when I was doing my orange painting. I was just trying out some different colours and colour palette things for the golden acrylics. I really like this. I really like all of these colours together actually. And then I was testing out, I wanted to put some words on the orange, but I've kind of left the orange as he is for now. But I was going to put like something about zesty and I don't know, be zesty. And then I decided to do some more sketching and I was just doing like celestial objects, and this is what came up with that. This was going to be a spaceship, but then I kind of thought it looked like a fried egg, so then I just drew this weird breakfast with the fried egg on its side for some reason. Yeah, I did some sketching outside whilst trying my new Posca pens and trying some more colour combos. Also tried the new Derwent pencils, blending them together, that kind of thing. My Poscas had like a little explosion outside. I don't know what happened, they must have been getting too hot. But I drew, this is like a hosta, some wild garlic and some erysimums that I have in the garden, and I really like, it's like the very sketchy kind of style, but I love this colour combination. Then I asked for drawing prompts on Instagram. Well, I was drawing this whilst I was waiting for prompts to come in, and I used that colour scheme, and I really love like those colours together. But I just drew Suki staring out the window just as a little muse, but I really like this particular sketch here. And then some prompts that I got from Instagram. So one of them was cactus, and the other one was banoffee pie, and the other one was an alien giving a chicken a cuddle. I really love this chicken, and I love the fact that she's got shoes on. So yeah, that's what I was doing last week. It's not a lot, but at least it's something. So I have stamped and pre-packed all of my envelopes, the ones I've just ordered, and I'm almost out of thank you cards to add into orders and things. I've got enough left over for any sort of box items that may sell through Etsy. So I need to redesign my thank you cards because I've got a new font and other things that they need updating with. I also need to update the stamp which I use for my envelopes and everything, and I'm considering maybe, I don't know whether to change like my branding colours as well or whether to keep them as green, because obviously my packaging and everything has like a very eco-conscious oh, sneezing again, has like a very eco-conscious message, and I think like the green and the yellow that I use ties into that. I personally love green and yellow as well, but I'm not sure whether they're like the best for branding colours, if that makes sense. I changed, because what did have branding as green for tutorials and everything, but I changed that to purple because purple just seemed like a much nicer colour. But I have yellow envelopes and yellow boxes. The purple that I would want to go with, they don't have like that kind of purple in like pre-made boxes, whereas the yellow that I use kind of goes, it's not quite right on the envelopes, but the yellow boxes down there is like perfect, and the same with these like green envelopes as well. And the green tissue paper that I use is like the perfect like chartreuse, I can't say the word, chartreuse, I think that's right. It's like the perfect colour for the branding that I've got at the moment. But I also like black and white, and it's really easy to source like black envelopes, white envelopes. So I'm toying with changing my branding colours, but I love them at the moment. But I do need to like make some decisions regarding that, and with the whole designing. I won't need to put in an order for new thank you cards or anything until sort of, I don't know, I'm good for like at least 120 orders, which should be like a couple months, so I don't need to do anything remotely soon. But if you have any thoughts on my packaging or what I could do, I want to just make sure the colours are like the best as possible, but I have so many ideas floating around in my head that it's really difficult to like pin them down. So I don't know what to do with that sense, but I do need to, I'm going to keep like the wording and everything the same, maybe change up the images and maybe the wording a little bit or something, but I do need to like reconfigure my whole shop. The thing is, if I change my branding colours, I then have to change like the images that I've got for pictures. I probably do need to go through and take some new pictures anyway and get a new like template sorted out. So I could like redo the whole thing. It's a whole big task to like redo your images and everything. But I just feel like the green and the yellow really goes with the like the nature vibes that I've got going on. But yeah, I don't quite know what to do with that. I also need to decide what to do with old product, because I have, let me show you, I have in here a bunch of bee notebooks and butterfly notebooks which haven't sold, and I've also got these A5 notepads which have never sold, coasters which haven't sold. I've got bookmarks in here which I add as freebies to orders, which I'm going to stop doing because I just need to sell them rather than just give away stock. I've also got bee wooden pins, and I've also got some in that plastic tub there as well. I have a lot of stock that I just cannot, hello, I have a lot of stock that I just cannot seem to shift, and I'm not entirely sure why. I've also got here all of these prints which I have now listed on Etsy because they weren't on Etsy before. I cannot seem to shift prints either. And obviously I've got all my cardstock, which is like my main seller, along with calendars whenever I do calendars at the end of the year. Every now and then I like discontinue a card, so at the moment I have no more snake cards, so I can discontinue. This is like my setup that I've got going on. So this is the setup that I've got going on for how I like organise this mountainous thing. So I've just got like these bits of card that I use with the SKUs on. So every now and then I kind of discontinue one that doesn't particularly sell well. There's one that I'm going to be discontinuing, the polar bear. This one, I've got these cards left. I know this is like a Christmassy design, but I've got those cards left, and the pheasant as well. That's another one I'm discontinuing. So I don't mind like discontinuing stock in the way of cards because they sell regularly and I've got a lot of them. But when it comes to adding new products like these bits over here, like the notebooks, like I was particularly proud of these notebooks because of the way that I designed the insides. So you've got, that's the back, there's the front, and then the inside was coloured. So this one's like purple and the other butterfly one is like a slightly darker purple. I really like this design and I was expecting it to do really well, and then I've like barely sold any. I've been giving some away as like free gifts. And then I've got all of these notepads as well, which to be honest I just use myself and I give away as presents to friends. So yeah, I don't know what to do with all of my old stock. I was talking to my friend about this earlier. It's just difficult knowing what to do because there is a bunch of stuff that I would love to do. And like with the notebooks, I do put out polls and I do ask opinions with my audience, like what would you like to see, would you like this, what do you think of this design? And more often than not, people are like, yeah, we love it, do it. And then I do it and then I just cannot seem to shift it. And like, especially when you really love a design as well and you put like a lot of effort into it and you're like, oh, I'm really proud of this one, and then you just can't seem to shift it. It kind of, in my mind anyway, I don't know if it's just like an instant like gratification thing or like the whole like social media, if a post doesn't do well then you just kind of, it makes you feel like your stuff isn't good. I feel the same when I create a product. I'm really happy with it and I'm like, this is one of the best things that I've created, and then I put it out there and it doesn't do well. It's just like a little bit like, oh, what did you do that for? This product isn't good. It just makes me feel like the product isn't good, when in actual fact it is a really good product. I don't know, I just feel like really I don't want to create any new products and then have them not do well, because I know that I'm going to spend a lot of time like doing products and doing things. And it's like with my Etsy shop, I did spend a long time like taking my own mock-up things and making all of the product photos and doing all of that. Like a lot of time has gone into it and a lot of things just flop, and I'm just like, why? So I don't know what to do with one, my old stock. I don't know whether to just it's already discounted. I don't know what to do other than discount it, and it's still not shifting at discount rate, which again leads into my belief of like the design isn't good. Like the design isn't good enough, that's why it's not selling. So yeah, I don't know what to do with the old stock, because I need to get rid of the old stock before I even think about getting new stock, because I don't want to then make new stock that is again not going to sell and follow that same pattern, and then have two lots of stock that is just taking up space, if that makes sense. I'm also toying with the idea of opening up another Patreon tier just for like merchandise, so new stuff that I create will get shipped out, but obviously it'll be like at a discount like rate, so then I still get to design and create new products and stuff. but I don't necessarily have to then like sell it on Etsy and wait for it to sell. Like if there's a set number of patrons, like I can just ship it out to them, if that makes sense. So I don't know what to do. Any help would be appreciated. This is one of those business times when it's like I'm just not sure what to do. I've said that a lot, so I'm pretty sure that that's very, very clear. Good morning. I'm cold today. It's not sunny again. It's really not dark, but it's just coming over cloudy. So I've got my heater on today. I feel really bad about that, but also I don't want to sit out here and just be cold. So I've got my heater on. Hopefully it will warm up. I just recorded my Patreon podcast because it's not raining yet. It's meant to rain like soon. So I decided to try and get my Patreon podcast recorded. I've just got it done. I'm just about to click play on here and then it's going to encode it. So yeah, I've kind of done everything. The only thing that I feel like I need to do for the rest of the week is draw, but I'm not sure what to draw. I do have 2 commissions that I need to do, so I could get a start on those. I might actually cut up the paper for them and then outline on the iPad and get that done and started, and then kind of plan out my June, I think. So, do you guys want to hear a funny story? I have managed to break my foot, so I have this really sexy boot. Let me tell you the story of how I did it, because yeah, so out here I have potatoes and they needed earthing up, so I was earthing up the potatoes and I finished with the bag of compost. So I went to put the bag of compost, the empty bag, in the bin out the front, and because the back door was open and it was a really windy day, we get like a really thorough through breeze through this door and when you open the front door. So I'm out the front door and just lifted the lid to the bin, put my little bag in, turned around to go back inside, and the door just slammed shut in my face. I don't have my phone or my keys on me because I'd literally just walked out the front door, opened the bin lid, put the bag in and was ready to go back in. Didn't expect or didn't even think that the door would close, because usually it's fine. Usually I have my phone in my pocket, but because I was gardening and I had like gloves on and everything, my phone was on my desk here, so it was in this room, and I was like, damn, what do I do? I've only ever locked myself out once before, and I had my phone on me and my mum was at home and she's got a spare key. I know that my mum is working during the day. Simon doesn't have a key because I'm the only one with the key, because I drop him off at work. And yeah, I did not know what to do. I knew the back door was open though, so I was like, I can't just walk somewhere to get help because the back door is open and, you know, someone could jump in. And then I was like, I've got a bin round the front and we've got a rear gate. The rear gate also has a padlock on it, so I couldn't just come around the back and unhook the rear gate. So I dragged my bin round, pushed it up to the gate, climbed on my bin, put my legs over the gate. Let me show you the gate. I was climbing over this bit, this purple gate is ours, and at the top there's like a little purple beam, and I was climbing over onto the bin and I put my feet onto that, and then I jumped from there down to the ground, landed funny, hobbled inside, and then just collapsed on the living room carpet and then couldn't get up. I spent 5 hours in A&E yesterday, got an x-ray, and I broke it. So That's fun. It's funny because I didn't know who to call either, because Simon's at work, my mum's at work. I was trying to get hold of my nan, who is usually around to help in some kind of an emergency. She wasn't answering her phone, so I was just like stuck. I phoned my friend and put ice on my foot, and yeah, Simon eventually, he came home because his work people were like, you need to go home and sort your wife out. I was like, no, I'm fine. My nan will help. It's a good job that Simon did come and get me and help me out, because I ended up being in A&E until about 8 o'clock last night, and someone needed to go and pick up James. My main issue was because James was at school. I was like, one, I was locked out of my house and I couldn't get my car keys to go and pick him up, and I didn't have a phone to ring anybody to help to go and pick him up. So I was like thinking in my head, I've got to jump over the fence and get back in the house to get my phone and the car keys. Really didn't expect to hurt myself, but you know when you kind of jump from a distance and you land on your feet and you get that shock that comes through your feet and like up your legs. I had got that, but it just stayed in the right leg. So that's my tale of my stupidity, and I'm gonna put it out there and say brave at rescuing my house. I don't know. I had good intentions yesterday as well. I like spent the morning chilling out, and then I was like, right, I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna work on my rebranding. I've decided in my mind that I will rebrand. Let me just show you. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen an Instagram story that I posted. But I was looking more and more at this picture, this Instagram story that I created, and I was like, I really love this colour scheme. I really want this to be like my branding, because it's so fun and it's more me than the green and the yellow. So this is the story that I posted, and it's like this lilac-y purple with yellow and then a sort of darker purple there. The proper colours aren't really coming out, but the elements of like pink as well and white. And I was like, I really like this branding, these colours together. I've always loved purple and yellow together. My student website tutorial thing is purple, and I really want to kind of move that over to the shop. So I decided that I would change my branding, and I was set on doing that yesterday, and then I jumped over the fence and I couldn't get up, so those plans were scuppered. And today I'm going to start on the branding. I've also ordered sticker paper to try and make some stickers. I've also started on a washi tape design as well. I was just kind of working out if I wanted to do washi tape, and I think washi tape is one of those things that I use myself and I would like to use in future, and I'd like to be able to use like my own designs, and I think that the butterflies would work really well with washi tape. So this is what I've come up with. It's just like a line of the 3 butterflies that I did last year, and I'm not sure on the green. I've got a couple of colour ways. I don't have them on here now, but I did have, not that's a bit too bright, but I did have like a pink like this, or pinky purple, and I also had like this blue, and I wasn't sure which one I liked the best. I really like the blue, but I feel like the blue butterfly is lost a little bit. I was gonna maybe try and go for like a blue-green. Maybe that would be better. Like this kind of colour, rather than like straight up like this green. A bit more of like a tealy green, blue. But yeah, that's what I've decided to try and design. It's so I've decided that I'm going for like a whole, I don't want to say like getting rid of everything, but I just want to really think about the design of my products and everything, and just have like a little bit of a revamp, especially with the branding. I'm going to obviously get rid of all of the current branding that I have, but I'm going to design new branding with new stickers, new thank you cards, because I've got a new font and that's on some of the back of my cards, and I want to incorporate that font into branding, and I think I'm just going to change the branding to purple and yellow. I found some really nice purple tissue paper, and I always put confetti and stuff in my parcels, so I found the colours and everything that I want. I just need to work through this lot of stuff. I could just, because I'm doing purple and yellow, the yellow envelopes are there, I could just take all of the old thank you cards out and start with the new branding now, but I don't like to waste stuff, so I'm going to use, I've got like a little tiny wad of thank you cards left as well, so I'm going to use all of that up. So if you want to place an order to help me use this up quicker, it will be much appreciated. I'm also going to not be restocking a lot of my stock if it sells out, and leaving it, and then making some more fun designs with actual wording on it for birthdays and things with certain designs. So you're going to come along with me on all of this process anyway. I'm going to document the rebranding, and obviously making like new products and everything. I'm going to be documenting that because I want to make sure that I am more focused on that particular side of things. I've got a new daylight lamp coming today, or a new lamp, because the ones that I've got at the moment, these ones up here, the buttons, they've got like a little switch underneath. I've got two of them. The buttons don't work, and they haven't worked for the longest time, and I've put off ordering a lamp or new lamps for ages, and I've finally just ordered one, and it should arrive today. So I'm excited for that I can get rid of those lamps. I'm also going to get a new camera, which is going to assist with product photography, and also I can use it for filming and things. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be taking a whole new photographs and like staging everything properly, just making sure that I really put a lot of effort into the shop side of things, because I really want to just make sure that that is built a lot better, if that makes sense. What I've got at the moment I think is good, but I think I can incorporate more of myself and more personality into everything, rather than it being quite, I feel like at the moment it's quite like stoic and a bit like formal, and I don't really want it to be as formal as it is, because I don't feel like now I've kind of grown as a person over the last couple of years. I don't feel like it matches me, so I need it to step up a little bit to match me, if that makes sense. I've also had a really good week, like mentally it's been really good, apart from one little hiccup. I'm not going to mention it. I feel really good. I feel really good, and I haven't felt like I've had a string of good days on my mood tracking app, so I'm really good. Anyway, I'm going to stop this vlog here. In next week's vlog I'm going to document all of the branding and everything. This one's been a lot more of like talking. I'm sorry if you don't enjoy that as much, but next week I'm going to show you guys everything. It's just this is going out on the day that I'm recording this, and I have someone visiting me in about half an hour, so I'm gonna have to edit this super duper quick. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking with me. Yeah, I hope you have a really great weekend and rest of the week, and I'll see you guys next week.